Yo, you're watching Shurkou, and today we are back with some more Wild Rift Esports, and we're actually going to be continuing the best of three that we started just a couple of days ago. VV Esports going up against UCE. Now, again, this is on the newest juicy patch of Wild Rift, so we have Kha'Zix and Rengar enabled, and VV actually just got the first victory here with a lot of help from that Rengar pick that they had. They were behind in the early game, but they were able to come back, and Rengar did a ton of damage despite his stats not really showing it. Now let's see what they do here. It seems like they will first pick Rengar right away. UCE deciding that they don't want to ban him out. Again, previous matches, previous teams decided to always ban that Rengar out on the red side so far. Seems like it is a very, very powerful first pick. Now Gragas and Galio are banned as well, coming in from the side of VVE. And on the side of UCE, we have that Ziggs and Camille ban. So Ziggs, even after all those nerfs that he took, he is still seems still to be one of the premier mages, and I fully agree with that. Now Kai'Sa and Janna picked right away. This Kai'Sa and Janna combo is of course really strong because you have one of the strongest late game marksmen that is also very safe by herself, that Kai'Sa, and then you have that Janna, which is gonna be able to protect her even more. Now this Rengar is just gonna be blown away. However, as long as there's bushes nearby, he's just gonna be able to jump right back in. And same for the Diana. So I like this Diana pick a lot. Diana is amazing against Janna. You put the moonlight onto the enemy, you jump in, and Janna blows you away from her carry, and you can just jump again because you still have that dash up. Braum picked up as well. They already have two auto-attacking champions, you know, Diana and Rengar, lots of attack speed in their kit. So they will be able to proc this Braum passive very easily, and Braum is just one of the best supports still in the game, even after that nerf. Now, take a look at this. We have an Olaf pick, which is of course good against Braum, but the Ahri. Now, if you play Rengar, you probably know that Ahri is actually a huge counter. It is absolutely insane. You jump on her and you get instantly charmed up and one-shot. So we'll see if that will work out for them. Then we have a Tristana and a Garen pick, and a Singed as a last pick to go up against the Garen. Now, again, Garen in the previous game, he was banned out. So Garen is honestly, I don't know guys, if you still play Wild Rift, if you play ranked daily, you are probably noticing a huge influx of Garen lately, because Garen is just broken. He's just completely busted. He's the most brain dead champion in the entire game. Super easy to play, and it seems like the laning phase has already started. They loaded into this super slowly, but yeah, as I said guys, Garen is just completely broken. I want to see how this Singed will perform, but I think the biggest takeaway from this match, what I predict, is going to be the Ahri countering the Rengar. And I hope I'm right, because that would be a very nice video topic here, okay? This would be a very nice one, because I'm sure a lot of you guys are probably asking yourselves, what am I gonna do against this stupid little Rengar? And keep in mind, he jumps onto you, right, as an Ahri, and you would say, okay, but he can use his powered up roar to break the CC, but no, he can't, because he just jumped on you, and he doesn't have any stacks, so he can't use the roar to break out of CC, and he is already getting that Scuttle Crab. Olaf, meanwhile, on the top side, getting the other Scuttle Crab. Junglers, actually, the Rengar went for a little bit of a cheeky jungle clear here. He only did 2 camps at the bottom side and then did the crab instantly. And now he's trying to trap, and they succeed with the trap. Beautiful, but the Olaf is able to flash away. Almost ended up dying there. That would have been terrible. But yeah, actually, the Rengar took the enemy blue buff. I completely missed it, guys. I'm sorry. It is what it is. I'm a little bit tired. I'm recording this late night. So, I hope it's not going to be too scuffed. We're warming up though. Don't worry, guys. You know, I just had a lot of food as well, so I'm a little bit in a food coma. But it's okay. Seems like the Rengar will get triple buff here. So the Olaf is super sad. And you can already see by the gold, he's a little bit behind there. Rengar, again, just finishing up his 3rd buff of the game. He's very glad about that. They're using this early game by Braum extremely well because the Braum, the passive is just incredible. They nerfed it, it's still incredible. It is basically like a bonus ability in the early levels. And if you're a level 2 champion, you know, if you have 3 abilities, quick maths, 3 is better than 2 of the enemies. So it works incredibly well. As you can see, the blue buff is about to spawn and the Rengar instantly pinging it again. So we might see a fight around the enemy blue buff here. And it just spawned. It is the first buff to spawn in the game again because the Rengar, of course, instantly went for it. Seems like UCE didn't ward it. And they are actually not behind in gold though. So they're still chilling. They're still quite happy with that. Let me see the gold values. The Singed is actually 100 gold behind. So he seems to be losing that lane a little bit. Never mind. He just already cleared the enemy wave. But the Singed is still there to gobble everything up. Mid lane, the Ahri is a little bit ahead. This is an actual gold lead of around 200 gold almost. So that is looking good for her. Of course, in a ranged versus melee matchup, the melee is always going to miss some CS, although, you know, that Diana with her shield is pretty broken. Seems like UCE is are all putting their efforts here into securing the vision around that dragon, and they instantly started actually. It's just a mountain drake. So even if they get it, no biggie for VV, but VV wants to fight this, I believe. They still have a pretty strong early game. Garen is a little bit late though, the Singed already here. Garen just arrived right now, so it is a free dragon over to UCE. And since Garen also came, he wasn't pushing top, so they don't, VV doesn't get an advantage in the top lane at all for that. So just a huge victory here for UCE. They get, again, Mountain Drake, probably the worst dragon in the game, but hey, you'll take it. I didn't really touch upon it yet, because last game was pretty much the same stuff. You can see a lot of exhausts, okay? Exhaust seems to be the name of the game right now in the Filipino Icon series, at least here, okay? Let me see, is this the Filipino? Yes, it is, okay. I don't wanna make mistakes here, guys. Just wanna make sure that I'm on the right Icon series here. Anyway, again, just like last game, lots of exhausts. Ahri has an exhaust, Kai'Sa has an exhaust, the enemy Tristana has an exhaust as well. Now, about the Ahri, I'm not too sure. Kai'Sa, Tristana, sure. Okay. But Ahri, I am not quite sure if you need an exhaust there. I think an Ignite would be better, but look at this trap by VVV. The Janna didn't even suspect it at all. The Kai'Sa is able to ult away though, and it seems like the Tristana is in trouble and ends up dropping. It wasn't for free though, because the Olaf ended up dying as well in the end. So all in all, still a 2-for-2 trade because the Braum ended up dropping as well. So definitely very lucky for UCE because they got completely trapped. They didn't predict it at all. The Janna just walked in, ended up dying pretty much immediately. And yeah, ooh, I like this little build, man. I tried this actually. One of you guys, while I was streaming, told me this. So you don't see the items anymore, but Tristana has a BF sword and a static shift. But let's hold that thought for a second because we have another team fight. Never mind. They disengage. VVV seems to be in the positional advantage though, so I think, never mind, Olaf is coming in. Who's gonna get the smite? Huge damage, the smite goes over to the Rengar. However, the Braum ends up dropping, the Olaf ended up dying as well. So all in all, a victory for VV so far. And the Rengar is able to get away, ends up dropping to the poison of Singed. And look at these health bars, beautiful Q flash coming out by the Ahri, but it is not enough to finish up these VV Esports members here that had around 100 health left. Very unfortunate for Ahri, but they'll still take it because they won the team fight, 2-for-1 trade. They lost the Rift Herald though, so VV is pretty comfortable with that. But UCE is able to poke the mid lane tower as well. Now again, check the items right now. The Tristana that is getting attacked right now, but is gonna get away, has the static shift and a BF sword. Really cool, because you get a bunch of attack damage early, and if you finish the Infinity Edge instantly, you really commit a lot of gold to that, right? It's really expensive. It's just a very expensive power spike. But if you go for a BF sword, you have a nice little amount of attack damage. Then you go for the Zeal and fully complete it into the static shift. You get that magic damage proc, you get a bunch of attack speed, you get some nice amount of crit chance. And it's just a beautiful build. I tried it as well myself. I like it a lot. I'll make a video one of these days where I explain it in depth and show you the strength of it. While this Diana misses her ultimate, however, still 2 very easy kills over to the side of VV Esports. I shouldn't say Diana missed her ultimate because they both, I believe, flashed out. At least the Kaisa did. So that's also a summoner on cooldown right now. This game is pretty even. Beautiful fling by the Singed. Is he able to get away? He is running. He gets stunned by the Braum passive. And he is not able to dodge the Moonlight Blade by the Diana. And ends up dropping, however, 3 other people dropped as well. The Rengar, the Braum, and that Olaf at the very end. So again, a 2-for-2 trade. But this Ahri is smurfing. She doesn't have mana though, but the Kaisa has plenty of mana. Hits the Void Seeker, is able to follow up with her ultimate, and they make it a 3-for-2 in the end. The mid lane tower will drop to the Garen. However, they will also get a bottom lane tower. Now, the mid lane tower is more worth than the bottom lane tower. Did the mid lane tower drop? Ooh, it survived with a sliver of health. You can see it on the minimap right now. The Kaisa is in trouble right here. She's gonna get attacked by the Garen as well. However, the Braum ends up dropping first. What is that? Look at Tristana. Look at Tristana. She gets flung mid-air. Look. Okay, very nice. She gets caught in the end. Ends up dropping as well. But we have 2 kills return as well. The Kaisa and the Ahri are dead, and the team fight is still going. Another fling by the Singed. Is he gonna be able to get the kill? He gets the kill, but I think he will burn down to the Ignite. He doesn't. What a god, Singed. That is hilarious, man. Very well timed flings, guys. These are pro players. I'm pretty sure he timed it in response to the Tristana dash. I'm pretty sure, guys. It's not an easy thing to do, but it's not the hardest thing either to do, you know? So we can be pretty sure that he timed that correctly. So, hey, very frisky little Singed mechanics, man. Super nice. In the end, it is a very even game, 10-10, but UCE again gets the best of VVV in terms of Dragon timer. They get it this time, because of course VVE was still in the base, a lot of low health bars, a lot of people were still respawning, and UCE members respawned first. Ooh, the charm missing means the Ahri is dead. Beautiful finishing move by the Tristana. Beautiful dodge as well. And I think, no, she jumps melee range into the Olaf, but doesn't end up dying. The Singed is not able to get into range there. And in the end, we have a 4-for-2 trade. VVV very happy about that. They got the mid lane tower as well. They were able to finish it up. As soon as that Ahri charm missed onto the Tristana, the team fight was pretty much over. The Ahri was so deep into the fight. And hey, the Rengar is able to style on the Janna. Look, you saw exactly what I told you there. Look, she blows him away, right? Yeah. And he can just go back in. The bush is there. Not much you can do as a Janna. I don't think you should pick Janna against the Rengar. I know what she's trying to do, because if he engages with his ultimate and there's no bushes nearby, then yeah, it's a beautiful counter. But if there's bushes nearby, and a good Rengar will always pick his fights to be in the jungle near bushes, yeah, you can't counter that with a Janna. Now, we haven't seen the Ahri counter so far, okay? I'm not sure if it just, you know, it didn't happen to be in that way, you know, the team fights weren't set up that way, or if the Ahri messed up, or if the Rengar is just playing really well and choosing not to jump anywhere near the Ahri. We'll have to observe that a little bit more in detail, but while I'm saying that, we have a huge team fight starting off right away again, and take a look at the minimap, because bot lane is getting completely destroyed. VV Esports is pushing the tier 3 tower. UCE is winning the fight, but I don't think it's worth, and the Garen is even able to finish up that Ahri. Now, it is a 3-for-2 trade, excuse me, in the end, but the tier 3 tower ended up dropping. The Tristana and Diana were pushing all the time during that fight, and I mean, you will take that any day of the week. You have a deficit of 2 deaths, right, because you traded 3 for... no, actually only 1. You traded 3 for 2. But you get that tier 3 tower. Now, is UCE going to be able to get this Baron? Maybe it's going to be quite even if they get this Baron. I think it's going to be roughly even for them. But, ooh, okay, they get the Baron. The Diana is going to lose her life as well. Never mind. The Tristana is a god. Oh, but the last X, the breath, the dying breath finishes off the... I mean, this is exactly... Ooh, okay. The Ahri is able to get away in the end. You saw the little interaction there. She was able to charm him, so she was able to get away, but because he was full health and she was kind of low, she wasn't in a position to just one-shot him. She also needs some help by her teammates to one-shot him, but yeah, you saw the counter work a little bit there. But man, that Tristana was insane. She was able to just completely destroy this UCE roster at the end. However, UCE is still pretty happy with that, because I think they only lost 2 members in the end. I'm not quite sure. And the Tristana ended up dying as well. So, hey, they're still looking pretty good. Diana here using her broken passive and just dismantling this tower real quick in the top lane. VVV has a 5,000 gold lead, roughly. A little bit less, 4.5k gold lead. So they're pretty happy with that. But again, like I always say, if the gold totals are 50k, whenever you look at gold totals and gold leads in League of Legends and Wild Rift Esports, you want to take a look at around 10%. If you have a 10% gold lead over the enemies, 10% more gold than they have, then you're looking at a pretty nice gold lead. This is roughly it. So it's a nice position to be in for VV, but it's definitely not the end of the world. And UCE was finally able to get that mid lane tower. Now again, the top lane split push is happening. However, UCE has their eyes on this dragon, but they get engaged by the Rengar, and he just doesn't take any damage. Look how insane that champion is. He 1v4 engaged pretty much. Did a lot of damage, got kicked away, but he just doesn't take enough damage. He has those heals, he can replenish 50% of the damage taken, has the Guardian Angel still. Completely broken champion, man. And yeah, they pretty much win on the back of that, man. They got 4 kills, the Singed is alive, he can't really clear the wave, man. The enemies are just gonna end, and let's take a look at this team fight, at the last team fight. As you guys know, I like to take a look at the last fight in slow motion, if it's a good one. And you will see just how broken Rengar is, okay? So, let's take a look here. There we go. I mean, they see that he's somewhere, right? Because they see the little eyes on the Olaf. They know that he's somewhere around there, but they don't know that he's just gonna jump in onto the Kaisa, I believe. Now again, the Ahri has to instantly charm him here, and she doesn't hit it. She doesn't hit it because the Braum comes in instantly with the knock-up, so the timing was just immaculate. I thought the Rengar destroyed this team fight, but that Braum ult knocked up 3 or even 4 people there, and team fight is pretty much over. The Ahri dies instantly. I didn't even see her charm come out. Maybe it went onto the Braum or something, but it definitely didn't go on Rengar. The Janna kicked him away, but he just walks back in at that point when everybody is knocked up, and the Kaisa is the sole survivor at the end. Flashes over the wall, but that is of course not going to do anything because look at this Rengar, man. He just jumps over the wall. The bushes, man, you got to be careful. They wanted the dragon. They died for it. They lost the game for it. Beautiful. Beautiful match, man. Very exciting. Lots of action, actually. Oops. That is the wrong menu. Normal speed. And we can skip ahead because as we just saw, they will end this game. Let me see who dealt the most damage because this Rengar, actual MVP Rengar, last game, he did a lot of damage. He was really useful. He had some nice outplays, but this game, Renzi here, obliterating. Huge clutch gameplay. I'll try this build out, man. I hate Guardian Angel, you guys know it, but I'll try it out. I think the Yomu's Ghostblade is just really, really clutch as a first item, but hey, Trinity Force first item. It is what it is. I'll try it out, as I said. And let's check. Yeah, he did most damage, man. It's just so dirty. But look at this Olaf. Hold up. Olaf, man. The game of the junglers. Look at this Olaf, bro. Has a very similar build as well. Trinity Force into Death's Dance. This seems to be the broken build, and unfortunately the Ahri not able to do too much, man. I mean, 16,000 damage is not bad, but at the end of the day, I'm pretty sure. Again, don't quote me. I don't know what is in the brain of these pro players and of their coaches, but I'm pretty sure that they picked Ahri just to counter the kitty cat Rengar. And yeah, the Foxy is able to do a lot with that charm, but wasn't able to execute well this game. And yeah, hey, I'm still gonna call this some. Let's see how the pros try to counter Rengar or something, because it was definitely a nice effort to try to counter him. I didn't even mention that, but the Singed is also very good against Rengar, because you can just plop down that slime and the Rengar can't jump out, which is very, very nice, because of course it stops any dashes from happening. So yeah, with that being said, we're gonna call it a day for this video right now. I'm not gonna bore you too much with all the specifics and intricacies. And yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe, ring the notification bell, and leave an algorithmic comment, or let me know what you think is the best Rengar counter, what you guys have been experimenting with, and what you guys have tested and think is actually a solid counter against this absolutely broken piece of garbage. With that being said, I'll see you guys the next time. Peace.